the supreme I. If we want to see our own nature or our Buddha nature, we have to see through a different eye, through a different perception. This eye is what we call the wisdom eye, or Buddha's eye, the heavenly eye, or what the Christians call the single eye. Jesus said, "If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of inner heavenly light." What does that mean? Should we put our eyes together and make them become one like cross-eyed people? No. Even like that, we will see no inner heavenly light. So the eye that is mentioned in the Buddhist scriptures, the Christian Bible, and the other scriptures is not the physical eye, but the single eye within our wisdom, within our ocean of consciousness. Actually, there is no eye. But because we can see everything from heaven to hell, from this world to the Buddha's land, we call that an eye. So, to open this eye, we need someone who can show us the way to do it. Just like when we want to drive a car, we need someone who already knows how to drive the car to help us. The source of eternal happiness. The only source of happiness is inside. So whenever you meditate, try to get in touch with that source. It's only one little center inside the so-called brain. It's there, physically, inside the brain. Every little nerve and center is responsible for something in our being, psychologically, emotionally, and physically. And another one is spiritually responsible for our enlightenment and eternal happiness. There is a little center, almost in the middle of the brain physically. From here, Master points to the middle of her forehead, and here, the top of the head. Go inward into 2/3 of the head. The wisdom eye center must be there, really inside. So when you look with the wisdom eye, it means you are trying to make contact with that center. Even just sometimes, when you make contact there, in just a matter of seconds, you immediately feel different. Of course, you cannot always get in touch with that center, or you are not consciously always in touch with that center. But keep practicing. Practice makes the master. That's what we do. You cannot always keep on giving. You will be depleted if you give with the ego or the physical strength of an ordinary human being. Then you will come down in your spiritual practice, and you will become bad and sour. And that's how many so-called gurus became bad, sour, and degraded after some time. Perhaps in the beginning, they were very pure, very holy and very saintly. But because the method of their practice was not correct, and was not directing them toward this forever giving, eternally content center, Master gestures toward the Wisdom Eye Center. They gave everything they had, with all the best intentions, and then they crumbled. They succumbed to all kinds of traps and temptations, like the pressures of society and every circumstance around them. But these people are very pitiful. If they are such people, we feel more sorry for them, because they haven't been able to stand themselves, and they have been forced to run. That's why they failed. And that's why I always emphasize to you that you must meditate. Not so that you become good disciples, no, but to save yourselves. Always, always be attentive. Otherwise, it's easy to just pass a day, pass 2 days, pass 3 days, pass your whole life in self-illusion, in bad habits, and not get into a higher level of consciousness, not be able to understand the deeper meaning of spiritual life. Always focus on the wisdom eye. If you're already thinking of the wisdom eye, that means you yourself are reminded of the spiritual center of wisdom and enlightenment. And if you yourself remember that, of course your atmosphere will be spiritual. So that person will, of course, benefit from you. It's just like standing next to a fountain. Even though you don't jump directly into it, Some water will sprinkle on your face and make you feel cool. Similarly, if you stand next to a person who's spraying perfume, even though you don't spray it on yourself, you will still have some scent on you. So you're important. Whatever you are is what the other person will receive. That's why, whenever we remember anything about the spiritual center, about our true self, the person next to us will benefit. That's how it works.